Are you tired of having bad credit? Are you tired of being denied for the loans, the lines of credit, the credit cards, or even the cars or homes that you want to be able to get approved for, but you can't due to bad credit? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can actually remove some negative items from your credit reports to boost your credit score, and how you can in general just fix bad credit altogether. So stick around and watch the entire video because it will be value packed. All right, so let's get right into it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get your credit reports from all three credit bureaus, and you want to analyze those credit reports to see what is reporting and to see if you have any derogatory items such as late payments, if you have a repossession, charge-offs, collections, if you've had a bankruptcy in the past, or even public records such as liens or judgments. Once you have done that, you then want to compare all three credit reports and see which credit bureaus are reporting the same negative information. So for example, one credit bureau could have a collection that says it was opened on December 31st, 2019. And then another credit bureau could be reporting that that collection wasn't even open at all, which FYI, collection cannot be reported as an open account because it's a collection. So a lot of times credit bureaus will report that as an open account, and that is wrong. That's against the credit reporting guidelines, and that's something that you could challenge with the credit bureaus to have that account removed. So you want to see if there are any discrepancies between the other credit bureaus and use that as a way to get that item removed off of your credit report. Also, if it is a collection, you can also send a validation of debt letter directly to the debt collector to make them validate that debt. Now, a lot of people say that doesn't work. Well, it's worked for me multiple times and it still works for a lot of other people. If you contact those debt collectors via mail, not through the phone, but via mail with a debt validation letter, and you request that they provide the original copy of your contract with the original creditor, 9 times out of 10, they cannot validate the debt with an original copy of your signature on a contract or even the contract itself. So if they cannot do that, you can demand that they remove that collection off of your credit report. So here is a place where you can actually get all three of your credit bureau reports for just $1 for the first week. And then you'll also get a discount on their monthly subscription. This company is called Smart Credit. They have a lot of other features that you get besides just getting your credit reports. You also get features such as a score builder feature that helps you get a 120-day plan to increase your credit, as well as their score boost feature. You also get their money manager, privacy, and fraud insurance, as well as daily alerts for your TransUnion reports. If there's any changes on your TransUnion reports, you'll get daily alerts on that. So a link to sign up for Smart Credit will be down below in the description box. After you have signed up for your 7-day trial for just $1, this is what you're gonna see once you log into your Smart Credit account. This is a demo account. So the first thing that you're gonna see is not this screen, but you're gonna automatically see the Smart Credit report. As a new member, this is what you're gonna see. And it's going to show you a quick tour. You can go through that tour, and then you'll be able to see your credit report for TransUnion. So the Smart Credit report is going to be for TransUnion. And then if you click on reports, you're gonna be able to see the 3 bureau reports and scores, which gives you a side-by-side comparison of all 3 of the credit reporting agencies' credit reports for your personal credit profile. You'll be able to see how much credit you've been using, the negative items that you have on your TransUnion credit reports, inquiries, collections, and public records. You can easily go through this, and then it'll also show you your minimum monthly payment, your score, and then the amount of creditors that you have on your credit reports. You just click these arrows to go through each slide to see the different accounts and see exactly what is reporting as far as late payments or any remarks or credit history. And then you can also get the address of the creditor. If you need to mail out letters to that creditor, this is where you're going to send the letters. It's going to be the address that is stated on the credit report. So now we're going to talk about the difference between factual disputing and challenging through Metro 2 compliance standards. So I'm gonna hop into my computer and I'm gonna show you the difference between both methods by definition. All right, so I'm gonna explain to you the difference between Metro 2 compliance and factual disputing. So Metro 2 compliance and factual disputing are two concepts that come into play when dealing with credit reporting and disputing. So the Metro 2 compliance challenges refer to the process of disputing inaccurate information on your credit reports based on the data furnisher's failure to comply with the Metro 2 format. The Metro 2 format is a data specification set by the Consumer Data Industry Association for reporting consumer credit information. If the data furnisher, for example, like the bank, the credit card company, or your mortgage company does not comply or does not properly follow these guidelines in reporting, it can result in errors on your credit reports. So when you dispute based upon Metro 2 compliance, you're essentially challenging the validity of the negative item due to those procedural errors. And there are softwares out there that can actually help you with Metro 2 compliant disputes and all of that, because there's coding and all that kind of stuff that goes into the Metro 2 compliant challenges and letters and things like that. So on the other hand, there is factual disputing, and that is when you challenge the accuracy of specific details of the account on your credit report. So this could be anything from incorrect balances, wrong date, showing that an account is open when it's supposed to be closed. In this case, you're disputing the actual facts of the negative items, not the procedures and the compliance standards used to report it. So that's the difference between Metro 2 compliance challenges or disputes and factual disputing. So in both cases, the goal is to correct inaccuracies on your credit report, but each approach is going to be different. Now, before you want to actually dispute any items or challenge any negative information on your credit reports, you want to make sure that your personal information is up to date. You want to make sure that the credit bureaus actually have only one address, only one name on the credit reports, one birthday, and one phone number. So you can send them a letter to update your personal information very easily. All you would do is just state, this is my only name, this is my only current address, this is my only phone number, birthday, so on and so forth. If you have any other information, please delete those other addresses, name variations, so on and so forth. And the reason why you want to do this is because you don't want any old addresses that could be tied to a collection account or any other derogatory items to hold you back from getting those items removed off of your credit reports. Because especially Experian, when it comes to having old addresses attached to accounts, it's hard to get them removed because they'll say, oh, well, this is valid because it's attached to an old address that you have on your credit report. So you want to clean up your personal information first before you send any letters to challenge any negative items on your credit report. Also, really quickly, if you're finding this video valuable, make sure that you like this video so this video can get pushed out to more and more people, so more and more people can be financially empowered when it comes to their credit. They can learn how to fix their own credit. And also share this video if you are finding this video valuable and you want to make sure someone else gets this information about fixing their credit. And then comment down below if you have any questions about any of the information I have given so far, and I will be sure to respond. Now, when it comes to sending out your letters for challenging negative items on your credit reports, you want to make sure that you're very thorough and very descriptive on exactly what you're challenging, the account you're challenging, and what you want the outcome to be, whether it be updating a late payment to a positive payment on an account that is showing late payments on your credit reports, or if you want an account deleted altogether, you want to make sure that you be very specific in your letters. Also, when it comes to mailing out your letters, you want to at least get your letters certified for the first round of letters that you send out, so that you have tracking information and you're able to keep track of whether or not the credit bureaus received your letter. And also, if you ever have to sue the credit bureaus or a debt collection agency, you have those as receipts and proof that you sent letters to either the debt collection agency or the credit bureaus. All right, so really quickly, I want to show you some examples of some letters that you can send. So this one is for the validation of debt. Of course, you want to word this in your own words. Don't copy this word word for word, because thousands of people are going to see this video and you don't want to be sending out the same letter as someone else. So this is pretty much saying, to whom it may concern, I dispute your claims of me owing this debt. Or you can say, I noticed that you are reporting on my credit reports that I owe such and such amount for account number 123456 with your agency. I dispute your claims. I am requesting that you validate this debt pursuant to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act 15 USC 1692G section 809 subsection 8 to provide a breakdown of fees, including how you calculated what you claim I owe, to provide a copy of my signature on a contract or document that holds me responsible for this alleged debt. Also, cease and desist bureau reporting. Send me proof that you are licensed to collect in my state. And then also send this information to my address listed above. So you want to list your address, of course, your name, your address, the account number, and then you want to address the collection agency. Their address should be on your credit report. So that's an example of the debt validation letter that you will send directly to the debt collection agency. Here's another example of a letter that you can send for unauthorized inquiries. You can send this directly to the credit bureau. Actually, this is the response letter. So this will be the first letter that you send right here. This one is gonna say something like this. According to my most recent credit report, your company is currently reporting to the 3 credit bureaus that I applied for credit with your organization. So you can send this directly to the original creditor. If this is for unauthorized inquiries, sometimes you may go to the dealership and the dealer may go run your credit to 20 different banks, and you didn't really authorize for them to run your credit to 20 different banks. You can send these letters to those companies and ask for them to remove those inquiries. So it also states pretty much the Fair Credit Reporting Act requires that a creditor be able to verify the written authorization of a consumer, giving the creditor permission to review their credit. So again, the people at the dealership, they're not the creditor, and you didn't give the original creditor or the original bank the permission to pull your credit, because the salesperson or the finance person is actually going through and doing the work and submitting your information, trying to get you approved at 20 different banks. Like I said, when you really didn't technically authorize that they can go to 20 different banks. So you can also include that the presence of this inquiry is adversely affecting my credit report and is impeding my ability to obtain necessary credit, and then ask them to remove the inquiry within 30 days. And please mail you a copy of the signed application or letter indicating your intention to delete the inquiry. So they have to prove that there was an authorization for that specific inquiry for that specific bank. If not, they need to delete it. Now, this letter is if the original creditor did not actually remove the inquiry like you asked them to. You can send this letter to the credit bureaus and you can tell them that you checked your personal credit and you notice an unauthorized inquiry. You contact such and such creditor, whatever bank who placed the inquiry, and ask them to remove the inquiry from your credit profile within 30 days. And it's been more than 30 30 days. So you're asking them to remove the credit or the inquiry from your credit profile and asking them to pretty much do so within 15 days. Last but not least, here's another example of a letter that you can send. Now this one is for late payments that you can send directly to the creditor. Now there are many ways to get late payments removed, but this is just a quick and easy way that you can possibly get a late payment removed if you only have one recent late payment. Now, if you have multiple late payments, there are other ways to do it. You could use different laws, but this way is a good way to use if you only have one recent late payment on a specific account. You can send the original creditor this particular letter or a letter similar to this stating that you received a copy of your credit reports and you notice that you had a late payment reporting for whatever date that's reporting. Maybe you had financial problems. You can state that you were behind because of financial problems and that you intend to actually pay the debt off, and you want to actually either make a lump sum or make more than your normal payment in exchange for them to actually retract that late payment. So it's kind of like a goodwill letter in combination with pretty much telling them, hey, I made a mistake, I'm willing to make up for that mistake. And a lot of times this actually works. I actually have used goodwill letters in the past when I had late payments and it worked. I actually faxed a creditor a letter similar to this and they removed a late payment. So if you just be honest and say, hey, I made a mistake, I had this going on, if you could please remove that late payment in exchange for I can pay more on the account, I can pay a lump sum, or I can pay more monthly payments. It's worth a try, but only do that if you only have one recent late payment, no more than one or two recent late payments. If the account is closed, there's going to be a different way that you have to go about it. You can send letters to the credit bureaus, or if the late payments happen 6 months to a year or more in the past, then again, you also will have to send letters to the credit bureaus to try and see if you can actually get that account deleted. So the last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to fixing your bad credit is you want to actually make sure that your debts are actually paid down. So if you have a high utilization on your credit cards or your lines of credit, that could be really hurting your score, because utilization is a big part of your score. And I'm not talking about the entire utilization for all of the accounts that are reporting on your credit reports. I'm talking about if you have a $1,000 line of credit and you're using $900 of that line of credit, that could be really hurting your score because you're using well over 30%. You're using actually 90% of that line of credit. But when you pay that line of credit all the way down to maybe $100, you're gonna see that your score is gonna actually jump up quite a few bit of points. It could be jumping up 30 to 50 points depending on your credit profile and what else you have on your credit profile. So that could be a way to increase your score. So if you want to learn more about how you can fix your credit and how you can get up to a 750 credit score, I have a brand new credit academy that is going to be linked down in the description box below. It is only starting at $7 per month. You're gonna learn more in-depth information about how to boost your credit score, how to remove derogatory items off of your credit reports, as well as some bonuses. And also we'll be doing live Q&A sessions once per month where you can ask questions about your credit situation and get one-on-one help, or actually group help, through those live Q&A sessions. And also you get access to the Facebook group. So if you want to get access to that, again, that is linked down in the description box below. If you found this video valuable, make sure that you please like this video, share this video with someone who needs this information. And also if you have any questions, comment down below and I'll answer those questions as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell icon to receive notifications on when I release new videos, and I'll see you in the next video.